Hey everybody, how is everyone doing? This is Chris Brown, your real estate professional and marketing entrepreneur, and I am glad to see that you are available and ready for another episode of State of the Real Estate Market with Chris Brown, where we not only talk about buying, selling, and investing in real estate, but we also chat about different things around entrepreneurship and also building generational wealth. And speaking of generational wealth, we actually are going to have an upcoming, and this is going to be next month. Next month, we're going to have a real estate investing boot camp. So if you are interested in learning how to build generational wealth, we are going to have a free 30-day challenge. It's going to be the Real Estate Gold Digger Spring 30-day challenge. You want to make sure that you guys be a part of that. So be sure to stay tuned so that you guys can get more information about that upcoming event. But with that being said, we want to make sure that we are getting into today's topic. And today's topic, let's discuss that. Today's topic is how to sell your home fast in today's market. You know, what's going on in today's market that people really want to get their property sold fast. So let's go ahead and take a look into the presentation today. All right, how to sell your home fast in today's market, presented by yours truly, me, Chris Brown. All right, and as I mentioned previously, we do have the Real Estate Gold Diggers 30-day challenge, which is actually going to be April 29th. So be sure to mark this on your calendar. There's going to be more details. There's going to be a link. So if you're watching this live, great for you. But also keep in mind that we will be distributing information about this upcoming event. So if you want to learn how to build generational wealth, you want to make sure that you attend this 30-day challenge, be a part of it, because it's a lot of information. And who wouldn't want to build generational wealth? So as we jump into today's topic, one of the big things is the inspection myth. So the inspection myth, a lot of people are saying, hey, I want to sell my home fast. You know, what's this big scenario, big situation about the inspection? So the big myth behind an inspection is that it's not only for the buyers. And you're like, well, what does that mean? So what I'm saying is that if you're a homeowner and you're thinking about selling your home, one of the things that you want to make sure that you get done is have a home inspection, okay? Having a home inspection is not just for the buyers, but it's also for a person that is thinking about selling their home. And there's multiple benefits to getting a home inspection as the seller. So with that being said, multiple seller benefits. Our first one, have an inspection completed prior to listing the home. You want to do this in advance of listing your home, and particularly not after you've listed it. I've run into certain situations where people are like, hey, let's go ahead and just get the property on the market. And while it's on the market, we'll go ahead and hire someone to inspect the property and we'll take care of it, whatever they find then. In today's market, that's not what you want to do. The reason being is because a lot of homes are selling pretty quick. The inventory is low. If you guys paid attention to some previous episodes that I've had, the inventory is moving pretty fast, and you're not going to have time to place the property on the market, decide to get it inspected, and do all of this before you start receiving offers. A lot of people that are on my team, they're receiving multiple offers. And this has been going on for a few months now, where you're receiving multiple offers on one property. I had a client, we received so many offers that they asked, it was like, Chris, can we go ahead and make a decision? We didn't realize that we were going to get this many contracts for the property. Sorry about that. Contracts for the property. And reason being is, I try to inform my clients ahead of time, letting them know that, hey, we're going to probably get multiple offers because of the current situation. So a lot of people don't believe it until it actually happens. So getting an inspection prior to listing the home is key. So make sure that you do that. All right. So the seller can accompany and assist the inspector. Like I said in the beginning, the inspection is not just for the buyer. When you, as a seller, decide to have an inspection done, you can actually accompany the inspector and actually have a conversation with them as they are inspecting the property. Typically, if the home is already on the market, under contract, and the buyer brings in an inspector, you're not able to have that type of communication with the inspector. I mean, the inspector will be ideally respectable and have those conversations with you, but they're not working for you. In a sense, they're working for the buyer. And a lot of times the buyer is that individual that will be there to have those conversations. So since it's the buyer's inspector, the buyer is the person that's going to be able to have those one-on-one conversations. So a lot of times as a seller, you will not be able to have that type of communication if it's the buyer's inspection. So if you're having the property inspected ahead of time as the seller, you can have those one-on-one conversations as they're going through the property. You can kind of tell them what's going on. And a lot of times you're going to get feedback from those inspectors and possible suggestions on how to correct issues that may arise. And that's one of the things that I like about the inspectors that I use. I have a small pool of inspectors that I've worked with over the years. And when my sellers actually go ahead, take the initiative in the beginning to go ahead and have the home inspected, what happens is they're able to say, hey, this failed an inspection. However, but all you need to do is do this. One of the big things that I see a lot is GFCIs. That's probably like a $10 piece in Home Depot. You can install it if you're a little handy, but if not, then you hire an electrician. But that would be on your schedule and not someone else's schedule. So keep that in mind. All right, you will gain firsthand knowledge of any issues. Like I mentioned, if the inspector is on your side, they're going to tell you what's going on with the property, and they're going to do a complete report. So the report that ideally a buyer would receive, you're going to receive that same report of everything broken down for you, telling you, hey, this is what's going on. This is what we found in the inspection. And like I said, if you're there, you're able to accompany the inspector, and they're going to give you some suggestions and some feedback on how to correct some of these issues, or to let you know that, hey, it's not a major issue, but this is something that would come up in an inspection. All right, the inspection can be used as a marketing tool. Yeah, definitely. So if you have your home inspected prior to being listed, one, like we said, we've gone through where you would be able to go back, make corrections to those items. But then at the same time, you can take that same inspection report when you are doing, say, an open house, or if your real estate professional needs a negotiation tool or providing additional information, you can provide that inspection report. With that inspection report, you can show that, hey, we recently had the home inspected. These are the items that came up, and these are the items that we actually corrected. So as a buyer will see that and feel a bit more comfortable knowing that, hey, the seller's already invested money into the property, not only to have it inspected, but also to have these items remedied. Now, as a buyer, and if I was representing my buyer and we received one of these, I would still get the property inspected. Always encourage all buyers to make sure they still get it inspected. But as a seller, you can use it as a marketing tool. And as I kind of mentioned and kind of alleviated to, it's a bargaining tool as well, because it's like, hey, we knew what was going on with the property. We fixed it. If there are any additional items that are not taken care of, so to speak, then a potential buyer already knows. And it's like, hey, as a seller, we've already made these adjustments. So you know what's going on. If you want to move forward, then we can. So keep that in mind. As a real estate professional, as I'm representing my different clients, I let them know that, hey, I'm using this as a bargaining tool. This is how I negotiate. This gives me a lot more leverage to help get you the most for your home. And also so that we don't have to keep going back and forth, helps us get the property sold in a faster manner as well. All right. Now, resolving issues on your own schedule. So if you've ever sold a home and you're in a situation where, okay, the buyers may have found a couple of things done, and now you actually have to get them done on in a particular time frame because you want to close as according to the contract. So, in what's going on in today's market, and trust me when I say this, things are moving pretty quickly. And with things being moving pretty quickly, a lot of contractors are backed up. Whereas they say, hey, you know of a contractor that can do the work, but they're going to tell you that, hey, I can't get to this for another 3 weeks. And as a seller, you're like, okay, 3 weeks, I need this done this week because I just had it inspected and we need to close on time. So if you do the inspection ahead of time, you will be able to resolve these issues on your schedule and not have to be under the gun and potentially pay even more to have these items fixed. Because if you're rushing a contractor, or a contractor will say, and this happens all the time in the contractor world, say, hey, we can get out there if we need to put a rusher on it, there'll be an additional charge, so to speak. And then now you're paying more just to have an issue taken care of. But if you would have had it taken care of in the beginning, you wouldn't have this to worry about. So there's still additional benefits of having a home inspection. There's no way that I would be able to go over all of the different benefits and you guys not be bored and fall asleep on me. So as I say, I do this information sessions a lot for different homeowners, buyers, and also investors. And I do this for I can bring value to people that actually listen to this. And if you find that this information is valuable, please be sure to like and also subscribe to the channel. As I've mentioned in the past, I'm working to get better at doing this and looking forward to presenting more informational or videos that bring value to my listeners. So be sure to like, subscribe, and also pay attention to what's actually going to be released. Hit the notification button and request to receive all notifications, because like I said, not only do we talk about buying, selling, and investing in real estate, but we also talk about entrepreneurship as well as building generational wealth. So today's big tip was the inspection prior to placing your home on the market. Now, I've gone over a number of different benefits, and the big thing is, well, how do I get a hold of an inspector? How do I know what's what? Working with a real estate professional, you want to make sure if you're working with a real estate professional, first of all, reach out to them, ask them, do they have any suggestions? Many real estate professionals, they're going to have someone on their team or some inspectors that they use on a routine basis that they know that they can have them come out, take a look at the property, look over the property, and give you a solid report. What I do, as I mentioned before, with my clients that I'm working with, if I'm looking to sell their home, we're doing an inspection before going onto the market. I give them a list of inspectors that I've worked with in the past and that I trust. And I have them make phone calls and do their due diligence. I encourage anyone to do their due diligence, look people up online, and just do your due diligence, ask questions, and pricing. Everyone's different on pricing and they have their reasons for doing so. Some people charge by square foot. So be sure to do that. Reach out. You can also reach out to an inspector. Go online. You can probably just Google home inspectors in your town. Like since I'm here in the Tampa Bay area, I'll say home inspector Tampa and probably get a million of them. There's a lot of inspectors out there, but they're not all built the same. One of the things that I like about a couple of the inspectors that I've worked with and found to be very successful is that some of them have a previous skill set that they're able to transfer into the inspection world, and one of them being general contractor. So I've worked with a couple of general contractors that are actual inspectors as well. So they're not the same thing, but they're just a skill set that they're actually transfer over. And that's been helpful, very helpful for a number of clients of mine. So that's one of the things that I like to encourage people to do, to ask and see what type of inspectors, what makes their inspectors unique. So that would be a big question. What makes their inspection company different from the rest, and what makes the inspector that's coming out different from everyone else that's available. So as I mentioned a little bit earlier today, we do have those that are interested in building generational wealth. We do have the Real Estate Gold Diggers Spring 30-Day Challenge that will be coming up. That is April 29th. So be sure to save the date. Want to make sure that you do receive that information. Pay attention, stay close. Like I said, make sure you're liking, subscribing so that you'll be the first to get those alerts once that all those details are fine-tuned and ready to go for the 29th. There is a pre-registration. It is free, but you do have to pre-register. So keep that in mind. It's a free boot camp, but you do have to register. All right, so as I mentioned, I like to give value to different people that are out there that are paying attention to the real estate world. I appreciate the support, the likes, the shares. This helps me out. This encourages me to actually help and continue to make more videos such as this. But if you are in the Tampa Bay area and you are thinking about selling your home, you always have to ask yourself, who is helping you with your largest investment? So if you want to get a general evaluation of your home, and I say a general because it's a desktop evaluation, there is a free website that you can go to. It's called showmyhomeestimate.com. At showmyhomeestimate.com, it will generate a report of the real estate activity in your area and also give you demographic information about sales trends, also trends about the demographics in that particular area. You go to that website, it is free. You just enter the information that they're asking and you should have a report in less than 2 minutes. So keep that in mind. But ultimately, if you are very serious about getting an evaluation of your home, I do offer that as a free consulting to individuals that are interested in selling their home. You can always find me at realestatewithchrisbrown.com. You can also call 813-344-3567. Just reach out. Let's see what we can do to help you get your home sold in 2021. This is the valuation is a free service that I do offer. So keep that in mind. If you are looking to get your home sold here in 2021, as always, I do appreciate you guys tuning in. This is Chris Brown, your real estate professional and marketing entrepreneur, and welcome to another episode of State of the Real Estate Market with Chris Brown. Here is my contact information. If you guys are on social media, be sure to follow me on Facebook. I do have a Facebook page. We have a pretty big following, Chris Brown or RE Pro, and also on Instagram. Probably need to be a little bit more active on Instagram, but it is the same handle at Chris Brown RE Pro. Reach out, tell me, say hello, let me know how you heard about me, and just stay tuned. More information to come. It's Chris Brown, your real estate professional and marketing entrepreneur. You guys have a good day. Take care.